A dice is rolled and a card is selected from a pack of cards. A. What is the probability of getting a 3 and an ace? So we're looking for the probability of getting a 3 on the dice and an ace in the pack of cards. They're independent events. What you get on the dice does not affect what you get on the cards. So because they're independent events, you can multiply the probabilities using that rule. Probability of getting a 3, there's 1 3 out of 6, so 1 out of 6. And the chances of getting an ace, there are 4 aces out of 52. That does simplify down, however, if you divide through it by 4, there's 1 ace out of 13. Your answer then, if you multiply the numerators together, 1 times 1 is 1, and 6 times 13 is 78. Part B. What is the probability of getting an ace or a king? Well, this time we're not actually talking about one event followed by another event. We're not doing the dice being rolled and then picking from a pack of cards. We're just talking about the pack of cards. So that's sort of one event, and there's different outcomes that can happen. Outcomes that are mutually exclusive. So this is the probability of getting an ace or a king. And because they're mutually exclusive, it's the probability of getting an ace plus the probability of getting a king. So you can see the difference there between having one event followed by another event, the dice, and then the cards, whereas this one here is just one event, but you can get multiple outcomes, so you're adding the mutually exclusive outcomes. Chances of getting an ace is 1 out of 13. The chances of getting a king, again it's 4 over 52, which is 1 out of 13, so that gives you 2 out of 13. Okay, Matthew is playing darts. The probability he hits a bullseye is 0.3. Matthew throws 2 darts. So the first event would be the first dart being thrown, the second event, the second dart being thrown. Find the probability Matthew hits the bullseye with both darts. So that's the probability that he gets bullseye on the first go and bullseye on the second go. Now what he does in the first go doesn't affect, we assume it doesn't affect what he gets in the second go. So we can multiply the probabilities together, assuming they're independent. Chances of getting bullseye in the first go is 0.3. Chances of getting bullseye in the second go is 0.3. So you multiply those two probabilities together and you get 0.09. Part B is to find the probability Matthew does not hit the bullseye with either dart. So probability of not bullseye and not bullseye. You might think that's a lot of writing. So in maths and statistics, we can put a line on the top. And that means probability of not B and not B. So the line is a quick way of saying not that thing. Again, we're assuming independence, so the probability of not getting bullseye in the first go does not affect the second go, so we can use that rule of multiplication. Chances of not getting bullseye then would be 0.7, because the chance of getting it is 0.3 and they should add up to 1. You either get bullseye or you don't get bullseye. Same for both of them, and 0.7 times 0.7 is 0.49.